So I ended up hiring my brother-in-law.
Mhm.
And, there's a lot of family, the family business concept is in my DNA. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny.
And
Even like, but you can even have the parallel going back to your grandpa, right? That sheer force of will and brute strength, right? That's where your hard headedness is coming from, where you think you can do it all yourself. Because you almost can, but you can't
yeah,
quite, right?
I mean, everyone reaches like their capacity, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, you look at what you're doing and you go, okay, I don't need to be doing these things. I can teach someone how to do these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's always like the thing my brother struggles with is investing time into your employees,
Mhm.
right? Because it's going to slow stuff down. I'm already so behind. And it's like, well, that's true. I don't want to be in a position like that.
Yeah.
So I just took the approach of, okay, can I afford to hire someone? I'm not really sure. I just kind of went for it.
Mhm.
And obviously, knowing him, being my brother-in-law, he didn't really have a lot of direction in his life, not a lot of ambition, but I
Mhm.
knew he just kind of needed an opportunity. And I've been given so many opportunities in my life by my family. I kind of wanted to pay that forward to a kid who's kind of struggling,
Mhm.
struggling with family a little bit, relationships, struggling financially a bit, not knowing what he wanted to do, needed to pick me up in a lot of different areas of his
Yeah.
life, to for his own personal growth. And I could see that. And, at the age of 23 years old,
Yeah.
okay, I already had so much mentorship and so many opportunities
Mhm.
and stuff that he hadn't really had.
Yeah.
And, I kind of took him under my wing, and he still doesn't, I mean, he's still fine with just chilling out at home. He doesn't live to work
Right.
like I
Yeah.
do, but he's, he's grown so much since I hired him back in June, just maturity wise. And he's got great character. He really didn't know technically what to do
Mhm.
very
Mhm.
well. But he just, he's got great character. I told him my three main things are, I don't want someone who complains.
Mhm.
Okay. And I want you to show up.
Yeah.
I want you to work hard and not complain.
Mhm.
Those are the three
Yeah.
things. If you can do that, I don't care what you know. I don't care if you have any experience,
Right.
because I can work with that.
Right.
And that's exactly what he's been.
That's great.
And he hasn't learned any bad habits working for somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Right. And he's come along so far. And I ended up hiring his girlfriend as well, which is risky, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't stay together, then what happens? It's very awkward.
Mhm.
But they're such a tight couple that I took a gamble on that and saying, I think these two are intertwined pretty hard, and I don't think they're really going anywhere.
Yeah.
Um, and she helps me out. She's like my kind of like personal assistant / assistant property
Yeah.
manager. And
Administrative
now she
assistant. Yeah, for sure.
administrative, but she also does stuff on site. Like, she answers all the phone calls now. I got her a cell phone.
Nice.
All the phone calls go to her. All the text messages. We share an email inbox, so she screens the email. She
Nice.
kind of like has her finger on the pulse of what's going
Yeah.
on, because I'm always, I like to dive deep into one thing
Right.
and get that right. And now it's different. I can't do that all the time,
Yeah.
but so I had those two, and then my buddy from Toronto ended up moving out here because we'd be talking on the
Right.
phone. He had his own little mini construction company in Toronto. It was just him
Mhm.
and one other helper that he had, but he was mostly doing decks and fences. But he had at the time, but he had experience doing working in custom homes, and he worked for many different companies. He'd been in it for almost 10 years while I was in university, right?